Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to day seven of our 21-day consecration. I am so thankful that the Lord is so good. Sorry for my eyes, looking like this. you know, anyway, it is such a blessing to be alive in the land of the living, to serve the Lord, and to honor God. I've been thinking about two words, but God. But God. But God. Listen, I thought about that this morning, and when I woke up, and those two words just stuck with me. And I know that the Ronald Winans choir sang that when Ron was alive. He had a celebration choir, and they would sing songs of friends of his, the Friends and Family Choir, Ron Winans, Friends and Family. And BB Winans led that song. And that song just ringing in my heart. And I think about the lyrics of it. You know, some of us may have been streetwalkers, midnight ramblers, things like that BB was saying. But God. And I want us to think about where we've been, where we've come from, what kind of life we were living. But God stepped in and changed us, turned us around. I want us to also think about what situations could have gone bad or maybe were bad that could have gotten worse, but God. I want us to think about how our lives are charting on a particular course, but the Lord stepped in and said, look, I got a better way, but God. I think all of us have a but God story. All of us have a but God moment that we can all reference and look to and even think about. No, the Lord has been so faithful. The Lord has been so awesome. And I know I'm not the only one that can think back over my life and just say, Lord, had it not been for you, I don't know where I'd be. Beloved, today is a good day to look into but God moments, and I just want to thank him because all of us can think back of what could have been, where we could have been, what we could have been involved with, what we could have been doing, how we could have been involved in the wrong thing with the wrong people at the wrong time, or even involved with the wrong people, excuse me, at the right time in our lives. Or, just any combination you want to put together, but it wasn't the God time that should have been. And the Lord stepped in, rescued us from even mistakes and rescued us from times of bad decisions and bad choices and all that we can say, but God. So I just want to thank him this morning because he's so good. He's so awesome. He's so faithful. He's so wonderful. He's so real. And there's nobody that can change the course of a thing like he can. I mean, when you think about even Moses and how, Pharaoh said, I want all the male children 2 years old and under dead. And it was happening as he spoke it. And the mother had the foresight to hide her child, build a basket, which was called an ark, and just bring covering, hiding. I think that word ark is so important. It's a place of covering, a place of hiding, a place of safety, a place that secures things. And how that baby was put in there. Now, put in the basket, put in the river, where Pharaoh was throwing babies alive. The difference between Moses being put in the river and the other babies being put in the river was the ark. Isn't that something to thank God for? But God. Even in the midst of trouble, God gives an idea of preservation. God gives an idea of safety and covering and keeping. I just think today is a great day if we all take the time, think about our but God moments, And as we are seeking the Lord for the blessing of life, because I'm constantly saying this is the reason why we're consecrating, putting ourselves in a mindset to be ready to carry out the plan that God has for Life Builders Church. I just want us to take the time to think about our but God moments and think about where we could have been, where we would have been had it not been for Him. I could go over the history of our church. I can go over my history, and we'll be here, maybe this time tomorrow or more, because but God has been a constant in my life, and I love Him so much. Beloved, I want you to enjoy today. This is day 7 of our 21-day consecration. Think about what could have been, where you could have been, where you maybe should have been, but God.